even been 24 hours. That's all it took for their story to die. They told you Charlie Kirk was shot from the front. A random act. Some deranged lunatic with no plan. They sold you a simple lie because they thought you were simple people. I told you that story didn't add up. I told you it had a smell. Now I've got the receipts. A video surfaced. A young man walked people through the angles of the blood, the footage, and he was right. Because someone else, a Marine, put together the frame-by-frame evidence. And what it shows is simple. Charlie Kirk was not shot from the front. He was executed. Shot from behind, the bullet entered the back of his head and exited through the front of his neck. The fairy tale is over. The truth is here, and it's ugly. The tape doesn't have an agenda. It just shows what happened. And the footage shows it clearly. It's all there, slowed down, frame by frame. The shot comes from Charlie's back right side. There's no argument. You see a sudden burst of blood, a fine red mist gushing downward from the entry point. That's the initial impact. Then, as his head snaps forward from the force, a second more violent spray flips up into the air. That is the signature of an exit wound. A catastrophic release of pressure. A heartbeat later, you see it. The skin pierced, the neck blown out. There's no debate anymore, no guessing, no maybe. The blood tells a story the official report tried to erase. The physics are undeniable. They sold you a miracle. The tape shows you a murder. Forget the bullet for a second. Look at Charlie's body. He doesn't stumble, he doesn't duck, he doesn't cry out, he locks up, solid, like a statue. You're watching a man's spinal cord being severed on camera. It's a biological switch. The brain senses last signal and the body goes rigid. His muscles tense, then the machine shuts down and he drops. That isn't theory. That's medical fact. It's the body's final involuntary truth. You hit the spine, the lights go out. That's what happened. That's what we all saw, whether we knew it or not. His own body is the first and most honest witness against their lie. The video analysis came from a U.S. Marine, not a pundit, not a politician. A man who's been shot 3 times in his life. He doesn't deal in speculation, he deals in scar tissue. He knows what violence looks like, up close. He's trained in combat, he's trained in death, and he said exactly what we all now know. Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head. The bullet exited through the front of his neck. That reaction, that freeze, that's a spine hit. I've seen it. I've lived it. What do you trust? A bureaucrat in a clean suit reading from a script, or a man who carries the truth of combat in his own body? The choice is simple. Some tried to muddy the waters. They whispered about body armor, a deflection, a ricochet, another ghost story to distract you. The footage debunks that lie, too. You can see Charlie's chest clearly through his shirt. No plate, no vest, just a man standing at a podium, unaware that a bullet was already coming for him. He was unprotected, vulnerable. This wasn't a firefight, it was an ambush. The shot didn't ricochet, it wasn't deflected, it came straight through, back to front, clean, just like the truth. The body armor story was just more smoke from people desperate to hide the fire. Then there's the photo, that one frame, that blurry bush up in the top left corner that they hope you'd ignore. Zoom in, and it's not just leaves. You see a human face, skin tone, hair, the unmistakable shape of a rifle, a support hand, an optic. It's all there, hiding in plain sight. It is lined up with the exact trajectory we now know was real. From the back right, the shooter wasn't on a rooftop, silhouetted against the sky like in a movie. He was hidden, a predator in the shadows. Whoever that was, he was placed, not panicking, not running, waiting for the signal. And when it came, he pulled the trigger. So here we are. They told us a story. A front-facing shooter, a confrontation, a tragic, chaotic moment. But the evidence tells a different story. The spray of blood from the back, the spinal reaction, the entry, the exit, the angle from the side, the man in the bush. That isn't chaos. That's planning. That's not a breakdown. That's a setup. Their official narrative wasn't just wrong, it was a deliberate construction. A house of cards built to collapse the moment someone looked too closely. And now we've looked, the house is down. Whoever pulled that trigger didn't want Charlie Kirk to walk away. They didn't want a warning shot. They didn't want it to send a message. They wanted silence. Permanent silence. And they almost got it. But But they made one mistake, a big one. They forgot we were watching. They forgot we still freeze frames. We rewind. We examine. They thought they were smarter than everyone else. And now we see their arrogance and we see their crime. You can't unsee what's been shown. You can't pretend this is conspiracy. This is footage, analysis, forensics. The truth is out of the bottle and they can't put it back in. And the next time someone tells you to move on or stop asking questions, you show them this. Show them the arc of blood, the spinal lock, the entry wound, the man in the bush, the face behind the leaves, the gun, and then ask them who really pulled the trigger and who gave the order. You don't have to believe me, just believe your own eyes. The proof is there. The evidence is real, the lie is dead. Charlie Kirk was shot from behind. And now the whole world knows it. If this story meant something to you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below. And to those in the comments who've called us conspiracy theorists from the start, you owe us an apology. But we don't want it. We didn't guess. We didn't speculate. We investigated. And now the proof is right here, frame by frame. So go ahead, say what you want. But just know, we were right all along. Digital Charles Bronson is out of here.